Right, hello guys, welcome back to another video. So we are going to be doing a Napoleonic battle today, something a tiny bit different from Army Men of War. I just want to mix it up a little bit, and we're going to be playing as the British Redcoats. So I really hope you like this map. I have based it off of something from Holdfast, a game called Holdfast Nations of War, and we're playing the Born in the Fire America mod. So this is going to be a really cool battle. We're going to be controlling a whole army of British Redcoats. You can see all the different battalions over here, look, the companies. So the companies are going to consist of some light infantry over here, which are kind of like Sharp's riflemen, but really cool. And if we go over here, we have two companies of just foot guard, the standard Redcoat foot guard, and a 20-pounder cannon in the centre. And if we go over, well, is that two actually? We've got, yeah, two 20-pounders. So if we go over here, we have a further two more companies of foot guard, each with 50 men in each company. We have the Coldstream Guard, which are protecting our general right here. Now you can see him right here with this little, this cool little sort of HQ sort of guys. What they're called, the High Command. That's it, the High Command. And we have the main fighting force here, which is around 150 troops. And they're the ones that are going to be trying to take this bridge right in front. So let's see what we're up against. On the French side, we are currently up against some French which have garrisoned these houses, and look how cool this looks. It's so cool. You can see all the rifles sticking out the windows. So that's going to be quite an interesting battle when we get to there. And in the back we have some troops on reserve, which I believe these are known as the Chasseurs, I believe. And up here we have this hill, which is very well defended. It has some like ruins on the top. And this here is just standard line infantry, so the French foot guard. And there's a lot of them. You can just see they're everywhere. There's a flag bearer right there. So cool looking. I really love this mod. And what I'll do is I'll put a link to the mod in the description. So if anybody wants to download the mod, I definitely recommend it. One of the best mods for like Men of War, I'd say. So we've got some cannons up here. We've got some fort cannons, and over here we have the French commander, which is he's right there with one of his captains. So he's going to be overlooking the battle. So without further ado, I think let's get this battle underway. So we're going to go ahead and press the start button. There we go. So I've got to do a lot of controlling in this, because this is a battle where I've got to control it, unfortunately. I've not actually scripted the AI. I think this is still going to be quite an interesting battle. So first of all, we're going to send a couple of these foot guards into this ruins right here. And we're going to man that cannon and put some soldiers on the walls. So this should be quite interesting. This is going to be quite a long battle. But I'll tell you what, if it does take more than one battle, we'll turn it into a little mini-series. So it'll be nice to get you guys in the comments involved and try and figure out some strategies of taking this river right here, this riverbank. Actually, it's well defended. Look at that bird, it's so cool. So we're just going to spend some time filling up these positions right here with some rifles. So there we go, there's 50 men in each one of these companies, whereas the French, they have 80 men in each of their companies. So the battle will commence very shortly. I don't think they've seen each other yet. It's alright, you two, get on there. Okay, if we look at this, we can see that we have got the order to give the main force over there, which that means if we press that, they will charge the bridge and try and take the bridge, but we don't want to do that yet. We want to try and disable these cannons on the centre. Try and distract them a little bit, otherwise we're going to get absolutely annihilated, because the French are way more dug in than us. So, oh, I think have they opened fire? Nope, I don't think they've started yet. We're going to move them up. That's pretty cool. They've not really noticed us yet. It'll be cool because we can do like a giant volley. We'll get some dudes behind there, and that should do it then. Just these two companies. Oh, there we go. It's kicked off. Let's have a bit of a look at the fight. Oh, look at that. So cool. They're all like taking in turns loading their muskets. Not too sure how the accuracy is going to be up here. Oh, opening fire on the cannons as well. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, there we go. The main fighting force, they've opened fire. All opening fire now. This is pretty cool. Oh, God, I love this map. So, what do you guys think I should do with this map? I've been thinking, what we could do is, I could make like a multiplayer co-op map. Like mission on this map, should I say. And we could have it so like one person controls the right flank and one person controls the left. What are those guys doing? They're like reforming or something. Oh, they're shooting at one of their own men, I think. Oh, we have a traitor. He's a runaway. They're killing their own man. He's going to get held court-martial or something. Shot by his own men. So we are suffering from a tiny bit of lag right here. You can see that these buildings are owned by the French, because you can see the French flag over there. And we do have some soldiers, looks like scouts, moving up on this bridge. So the main objective is to secure this bridge. Because if we secure this bridge, we can get some supplies over. And maybe bring the whole army forward as well all at one time, rather than using these redoubts right in the middle. We can use the right flank, but which we are going to use the skirmishers in a minute to try and take out the soldiers on this flank right here, which is guarded by the chasseurs, I believe. They all do have names. I'll have to look up the names, but they all have like certain names for their regiments, which is pretty cool. There's not that many men over there, but so maybe we could flank this hill or something. So this is going to be quite an interesting battle. Might be a bit of a long one as well. You can see an officer there, look, aiming over there. And these guys are just exchanging fire currently. Yes. Damn, so good looking. And what I did base this map off was Hold Fast Nations at War. I don't know if anybody's played it, but you'll definitely recognise it if you've played the game. With the bridge on the left with the village and the hill in the centre. Looks very similar. So I think we're going to start moving up some more troops. So we've got a couple more companies over here. And we have a couple of cannons as well. So let's move the cannons up first of all. We're just going to push them up on the centre. There we go. We'll have another one just there. And we're also going to move up this company right here. So if we can draw their attention a little bit. Open some fire. More muskets the merrier, you see. Your humble servant, my lord. That's it. Push the company forward. I think it's going to be a bit laggy as if I'm in control of them. But watch this. If I press that button, we'll lose the lag completely. So when they're all in position, we can actually just observe and watch how the battle goes down. Look how cool that looks. Kind of reminds me a lot of Age of Empires 3. When you say now they're opening fire. That's better. Now we're distracting them on a longer line. So these two companies of men, it looks like they're getting hit quite hard. French are being held back. They have tried advancing a tiny little bit. But it looks to me like they're pinned down. Just sticking to the riverbank, you see. Not too sure how the French cannons are doing. We have got some fort cannons up here. Should we take control of one of the cannons? Oh, I think he's doing a good job of that already. Look, how cool is that? Everything is pretty detailed on here. Look, everything's happening. You got the rifles, the buckets. Maybe that's like could be used as a toilet or something. Go further along down here. We've got another cannon that's in action, pounding the absolute crap out of those redcoats over there. One cool thing about these rocks as well, they do blow up, so they blow into pieces, which is pretty cool. So I've been thinking, maybe we could take some strategies from you guys in the comments and work from there. Well, there's our beautiful general right there, just overlooking the situation. The aristocracy of England. So I think now what we're going to do is let's use this company right here to move up on the right flank. Maybe distract them on this part here. That way, if all the rifles are shooting at these guys, we can move up the skirmishers on the right then and try and take them out. Okay, at the ready, sir. But maybe we could turn this into a bit of a mini-series. There we go, move over there. Cannons getting into position. These are 20-pounders, so these are very, very strong cannons. The guy's going for a little swim down there. They're all opening fire. We'll have a look from the French perspective. Very traditional, all lining up and shooting at a very reasonable time, very similar time. We're on fire at will mode at the minute. There we go, look. So we've got a full line of infantry now stretching along the whole riverbank. Just what we need. It's going to be very hard to take this bridge eventually, so yeah, what we're going to have to do is, I think we'll call the attack in a minute. In fact, should we do that now? Let's call the main attack on the bridge. We do have a lot more men in reserve, but we're going to call the attack now. So let's send them over. So the reason I've done this is because you can't really select a whole company at once. It only lets you select squads. So this right here now should enable us to move the whole company at one time. So there we go. Oh, they're breaking formation for some reason. Looks really cool with their shoulders on their rifles. Their rifles on their shoulders. Flag bearer leading the way. It's going to be a very slow battle, this one. We're going to move these cannons up behind it, because I know they're going to prove to be very effective against the houses over there. So we'll have one there, and let's position another one wherever he is. Where are you? There you are. Excuse the lag. The lag will move in a minute. We'll have another one just there. There we go. Now let's go back to the centre where all the action is. Proper Napoleonic warfare, this. Amazing. So this map isn't 100% finished yet. There's still a bit to do at the back, which I will show you towards the end. Look at that. I'm going to add like a bit of a camp and stuff, where the army sleeps. So now they're distracted, I think. Do you reckon it's about time to move up these skirmishers? I think it is. Just overlook the battle. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love this mod. Like I say, link to the mod will be in the description. So they have no idea that we have some skirmishers, which is approximately 50 men up here. So let's move them up. Move them to about there. These are actually classed as light infantry in the game, so they don't have Sharp's rifles, which are they're a bit stubbier, a bit shorter. But it doesn't really matter. They still look really nice. That's if anybody's ever watched the Sharp series. Really cool series. I think there's some on Netflix. They're moving up now. Got a full battle going on now. The British still are holding the riverbank quite well. As of these dudes, they've started taking fire from this part right here. Luckily, they're distracted on two fronts. So once they've dealt with those, they will start moving across the bridge. We have got to watch out for a French counter-attack, though. So let's get some dudes in this house. So we can start exchanging fire because they need some cover, you see. I've got to show you the French in the house over here. It looks so cool. Right, so look at those. Looks just like Napoleon Total War. Very nice. And downstairs, look, there's loads of French in there. And the cover is insane. And if you do watch to the end of the video, we will be trying to blow those houses up with the cannons. So this is just what we needed. Really focusing on this riverbank right now. We might actually be able to get a charge in a minute and push across. Exchanging fire. See him die then, that was awesome. Officer leading the way. Come lads! Huge concentration there. I mean, it takes just a couple of cannon shots and then they're done for. Oh, there we go. We've got a French charge going on here. I think it's the Chasseur. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They're held on the bridge. So this bridge is literally very defended right now. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to take control of some of these dudes, and I think I'm going to try and get them to cover. Let's try and get some dudes in those windows there. Split the squads up. Move those down there. Try and get some rifles attacking across the bridge. Form a line for battle, men! I love this game. Been in a very musket mood lately. I don't know if you've all gathered. But I'm thinking of starting up a nice American Civil War series. Oh, so our men are charging now. The British Foot Guard. Advancing on the centre. Let's see how they're doing on the far right. No, this battle's not kicked off over here yet. That means we can get a tiny bit closer, which is pretty cool. Move up. Open fire. Go. That's just what we needed. With the green coats now, look, they're going to advance on the right-hand side. We're really bringing the battle to the French. Maybe we could do another video on this while we play as the French and try and take the British side. That'd be pretty cool. Let's bring some British over here. Use this wall as cover. Not too sure what these French are doing. They're just like halt on the bridge. I dread for a dude to run around here because every one of these rifles are gonna just open up on that one dude. You just see him go pop. Beautiful riverbank there. Oh, the British have took the centre. They've managed to get across the riverbank. Now they're just using the rocks as cover. Still taking a lot of fire from the main hill though. Need to try and secure those cannons. I think that whole regiment there, that whole company, is being held off by one guy. It just shows that numbers don't count for crap in this game. What are they doing over there? They're doing some sort of jump thing. Let's try and push some more men across. Maybe we can flank those dudes on the bridge. But there's just no way that we're getting across that bridge. I mean, I don't think we can try. Let's use some of the cannons, as a matter of fact. Where's our cannons at? There we go. We've got one very close. So watch this. This is going to be absolutely epic. Oh, the French have spotted something. So I'm just going to have to go into that mode really quick. There we go. In range. Let's get a good shot off. Remember, there's a lot of French in that house over there. Open fire! Oh, I missed. Pushing forward just a tiny bit more. Getting a bit of lag there. Go back to the action. These guys are playing like hopscotch or something. Jump, lads! Get back down again. It's playing head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I have no idea what those guys are doing. What are they doing? Still got a lot of Brits on this side. So this is back in around 1812. So back in the British Empire, where Britain owned, I think, was it one third of the world, something like that. Not sure. I have to brush up on my history a little bit. But get about there. There we go. Use this 20-pounder, and we're going to deal some very, 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 very good damage to those houses. I feel sorry for the civilians that live here. There we go. A good range, right? Make ready, load, and fire! Whoa! What? Let's see what damage we did. What? That was a good shot. That was a really good shot. So these guys are still on halt. Should we charge them across? I'm debating whether to charge them across. Let's do a French charge. So I'm going to take control of the French now, just so I'm not being biased. Let's go. Now charge! Vive la France! Really try and get these across the bridge. Now this is a battle. This is a battle. So I'm going to say that's about 100 men, maybe more. Maybe even 200. Oh, every man for themselves now. Oh, good shot from the cannon. Oh, just lost an officer. They might actually be able to push on our general over there, which is being protected currently in this trench by the Coldstream Guard. A little different from the Foot Guard, but very good indeed. Still very nice uniforms. So the French now own that bridge, but we still have a lot of men on the centre. Not too sure how they're doing on this side of the riverbank though. A couple of guys are swimming. Started, you know, it's very warm in this weather. So this is, I've based this on like Normandy or somewhere in France, like the hillside, maybe like the steppe of France is what they call it. What happened to the riflemen on this right-hand side? Oh, they did it. We didn't even have to look. We didn't even have to check on them. By George, you did it, old chap. Come on. Right, so now we can move over here. Good lads. Good on you, sir. Oh, ambush! Get them, boys. Bit of melee combat. Charge them. Well, that's a very, very untraditional thing to do, lying on the floor there, but also very strategic. Very good indeed. Right, so let's try and charge them. Move around. Get them, boys. Get into a position. That's it. Oh, no. She's doing somewhat. What's he doing? Thinks it's Michael Jackson. Oh, we've got some melee combat. That's getting interesting now. Hit them. He's going to execute him. That's his boys. Tickle them. This is the most epic and most exciting melee fight ever. Still sticking to they're still sticking to tradition. Look, they don't care. Oh, there goes the green rifleman. Call me a bad general if you like, but god damn it. So how are we doing over here? Let's have a look at the dead. We've still got a lot of men, but I think we've lost the equivalent to around 3 companies. We're going to move them across the river. Same on this hill. I think we have still got quite a lot of troops. I think the British are losing at this point, so let's try and move some men. We're going to really try and focus on this bridge now. Because the French have decided to come across. How are we doing in this house right here? Are they still opening up? Not even sure if we've got any men in there. No, there's no men in there. What's going on here? So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some of our soldiers right there, and we're going to put them in the building. So we can garrison the buildings, which is pretty cool. And same with that building there. Let's try and get some men in there. Other than that, use that for cover. At least now we can focus on the bridge. I mean, this could be a bit of a stalemate, but we could come back for a part 2 maybe. You have to let me know in the comments. Are you enjoying it so far? If you want to see a part 2, do let me know. Very important. Alright. Boom! You see, these cannonballs. 20 pounder versus a house. The 20 pounder's going to win. It's not doing any damage. There's still a lot of French inside that house. So I think we're going to try and take a shot off on that left house now. You can see them in there. Reload. Look at the flag bearer just standing there all honourably. Right, you ready to open fire? Look ready. Aim. Fire! That was a good shot. That was a really good shot. Took out most of the house. So let's do one final charge from these French. Really try and take this bridge, because that's their objective at the minute. Both sides want this bridge. A vital part for Napoleon. Like, this is a fictional battle, but maybe we could do some real battles in the future. Do let me know in the comments. I don't know why that sound keeps happening. Really weird. Get over here. There we go. So we can see a lot of dead French here. Whoa! That's a high explosive shot by that cannon. The French are still taking some ground though. Still a lot of men coming over that bridge. The British now focusing on the left flank. It's going to be quite the battle. Let's see if we can move some more men up. Oh, gotta press the player first. There we go. Get as many men across as we can. Let's go back to the British. Taking a lot of fire. Let's have a look at some names. So who do we have here? We have Kevin Braz. Rest in peace, Kevin. Don't even know if Kevin was a name back then. Not really sure. The cannons are very close to the enemy. Let's see if we can get a pot shot on. Alright, on 3. It's in the way. Oh, we got 1 or 2 of them. That guy there, that flag bearer, he just doesn't care, does he? He really doesn't care. What's his name? What's his name? There we go. Tristan Bailey. Very British name. Oh, now he cares. Just drawn his pistol. Oh, he's doing a runner now. See you later, Tristan. So, what do we have left? I think the British are on full retreat now. They failed to take the riverbank. Yeah, they did, yep. So, let's see the damage that we did. They didn't manage to take the second hill whatsoever. As you can see, there's a lot of men still up here, a lot of French. It's only line infantry, mind, not very heavy infantry. But they did manage to take the first line of defence. As you can see, there's like a full company of men dead on this right-hand side. More French pushing across the bridge now. So I think we might have to call it there and come back for a part 2. And part 2 will be the last stand of this trench line right here with the general. So maybe we could like call in some reinforcements, and you have to let me know in the comments. We could do some more strategy. Maybe bring some soldiers around the right-hand side because they are pretty weak on this side. And maybe try and flank them from the back. That would be pretty cool. Or take the hill from them. There's not many men on the hill. But yeah. So anyway, I hope you like this one, guys. If you want to see more like this, do let me know in the comments, and do spam that like button. And also hit that subscribe button, join the mighty nation. Now at 8,300 and something subscribers. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.